So I make Christian content for fun, and that means two things in this context. First of all, it means that regardless of the thousands of hours I've spent on it, I've never seen a penny from it in my life. And second of all, it means I'm no stranger to internet hate. I am 100% absolutely used to the idea of angry atheists getting on my channel and telling me why I'm stupid and wrong about everything. I've had about 5 channels over the years and posted probably 200 videos. And at this point, I feel like nothing surprises me. That is, until this week. I posted a video about Candace Owens basically saying, hey, she's been lying to her audience for a long time now, and she hasn't posted a video in a minute. A lot of this stuff is coming out and proving her wrong. I wonder what she's gonna say. Pretty non-controversial stuff, or so I thought. You can imagine my surprise when my comments were filled with hate, because apparently I've offended our prophetess, Candace Owens. Seriously, some of these comments were crazy. Gotta love all these absolute nobody 1K channels popping off, desperately trying to profit off Candace. Y'all keep pushing these corny channels, but no one is falling for the slop you are selling. Who are you, unknown arsehole, with 180 views? Candace gets 3 million views. You arsehole, you're an F-word, R-word. You really need to get a real job. You're not very bright. This N-word gay. This N-word gay and wrong. And the one that hurt the most especially. You look like you could be named Carl. Honestly valid. I thought my audience was going to be people who more or less agreed with me. Boy, was I wrong. If that was you, if you have this mindset, if you are thinking like these commenters, before you stop and call me the N-word again, can you give me 5 minutes of your time? I want to actually try to convince you otherwise. And then after that, you can comment on the video and tell me why I'm wrong. I'm hoping to have these dialogues the way that Charlie Kirk would have wanted. But if you want to call me the N-word, that's cool too. It actually boosts engagement. Before we do anything else, I want to take a look at this video with you. It's a video that a YouTuber called Milk Bar TV made. It just shows you how Candace kind of manipulates these facts. Candace was trying to get the point across that there's no DNA evidence that's linking Tyler Robinson to the scene. She uses footage from the court, but she actually stops the video right before they come to the conclusion that actually links him to the crime. Let's take a look at the video.
And of all of the samples that were on there, Tyler's was the most degraded. That is an absolute bombshell. Let me explain why.
Candace Owens tries to spin the ATF's DNA expert's testimony into proof that Tyler Robinson couldn't possibly be the shooter.
Tyler Robinson, despite all of these prints on the gun, Tyler Robinson's DNA was the most degraded. And take a listen to her say that.
What you term the major profile have the largest amount of degradation in that sample?
There was, yes.
This is the biggest problem with Candace's argument. Nowhere in the ATF's DNA expert's testimony does she say that Tyler Robinson's DNA was too degraded to be able to identify, or that the degradation ruled him out as the shooter. In fact, the opposite happened. Despite observing signs of degradation, she testified that the DNA was at least 1 trillion times more likely to have originated from Tyler Robinson as the major contributor.
The likelihood ratio that you analyzed in this question in calculation number 3.
For this exhibit, the DNA profile was at least 1 trillion times more likely if it originated from Tyler Robinson as the major component and 3 unknown unrelated individuals than if it originated from 4 unrelated individuals.
You say at least 1 trillion times more likely. So it could be a much higher number than 1 trillion. Is that accurate?
It's possible.
That's a part of the testimony that Candace doesn't want her audience to hear. And that's why you see her panicking, quickly telling her producer to cut it off.
The likelihood ratio that you analyzed in this question in calculation number 3.
I don't think we need this.
The DNA profile was at least 1.
Okay, so you heard her say that his was the most degraded.
Candace Owens is doing what she always does, cherry picking, mischaracterizing, and just making crap up.
Okay, so if you believe Candace Owens, can you explain to me exactly what she was doing in that clip? Why didn't you want to show the rest of that video? And if your answer is that the DNA evidence is bogus altogether, then why is she willing to show pieces of it? Specifically the pieces that would help her case, but not the pieces that would go against what she's trying to say. The next thing I want to say is that she keeps on picking on Erika Kirk here. And Erika Kirk is actually trying to open up the evidence for everyone to see.
Moments ago, Erika Kirk's legal team announcing a new court motion demanding all evidence be made public, arguing, quote, At certain points throughout the preliminary hearing, the Kirk family sat in the room while evidence was admitted but not presented for their viewing. They were present in body, yet denied the very thing their presence was meant to secure, their ability to meaningfully observe the preliminary hearing in the absence of transparency. Speculation and conspiracy theories related to the tragic assassination of Mr. Kirk will continue to proliferate in the public domain, breeding doubt and distrust in the judicial system.
It's a sticky thing because you don't want the jury to come in knowing everything about the case. If everything was open to the public immediately, then the jury would have to deal with public opinion on top of the evidence. And we don't want that. We want the evidence alone to be the thing that the jury uses. If Erika Kirk is trying to hide something, why is she trying to be as open as public? She's openly saying that she doesn't want people to believe these conspiracy theories. I get it. Erika Kirk is a little weird. She's not good on camera. Guess what? She didn't build a following the way that Charlie Kirk did. She was just handed this. Talking to her camera is hard. This is the third time I've had to say this sentence because I keep tripping up on my word. But Candace's story doesn't add up. She's not even replacing the mainstream story with another story that she believes. She just keeps poking holes at this one. Here's what I mean. Watch this clip.
I also have suggested heavily from the beginning that Lance Twiggs is a federal asset who gathered Tyler's belongings to pin the crime on him. A very easy feat because he was his roommate and his boyfriend. And I suspect that Lance himself is heavily blackmailed because he was into some dark web stuff.
If Lance Twiggs is pulling one over on Tyler Robinson, then why does his testimony look like this?
Did you and he ever talk about politics?
He did more than me. I don't really keep up with politics very much. He'd usually talk about stuff he heard on the radio on his drive to work in like their work car, since it sounds like their whole crew went in the same car most of the time. But I wouldn't say super consistently because it wasn't a topic I really contributed much on.
If you were trying to frame somebody, wouldn't you say, yeah, he hated Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was the worst, and he talked about it all the time. In fact, he told me that he wanted to shoot him. Why is he saying that he's not very political? And how is Candace trying to take this information and somehow try to twist it to fit her narrative? But my main point is that I don't think anyone really understands what Candace is saying actually happened here. Was it an exploding microphone? Was it a gun from below? Was it this? Was it that? No one knows. Meanwhile, Candace is making a lot of money. Like a lot of money. So if this is you, if you are a regular viewer of Candace Owens, know that you are paying her and she is withholding information from you on purpose. Is that concerning at all?
That you analyzed in this question in calculation number 3.
I don't think we need this.
The DNA profile was leaked.
Last thing I'm going to say about all of this. She always says that it's because Charlie was changing his opinions on Israel and that's why they got him. You heard this, right? If that's the case, and Israel killed Charlie Kirk, who never spoke out against them, why is it that Candace Owens is still alive? Why is it that Tucker Carlson is still alive? When they're slandering Israel all the time, her story doesn't make any sense. But if you believe it, you can do that, I suppose.